No one goes into the gorge. Got that?
Do we say why the pass is closed?
Tell them there's death in the pass. Leave it at that.
Yes, Commander. If you're planning to use the pass to Mournhold, find another... The Maulborn have overrun the traders' camp and occupied the pass. By the authority of... We sent in some scouts to assess the situation, but they haven't returned. I don't want to march in there. This pass is too important to allow it to fall... It's the primary trading route between Mournhold and the west. It's also home to a traders' camp. Every caravan that comes through this part of Deshaan depends on that camp. That's an excellent question. Harassing caravan seems to go against the...
Speak to Captain D. About damn time we got some help out.
Need to report back the alchemist who created the Lotus Plague. Murdendril. He's making it strong. The Maulborn can't bring cargo through the city gates without official papers. They're carrying forged shipping. Maybe it's worth a try.
Kothar's the name. I was working as a guard in the training camp before the Maulborn attacked. This hell did what I was taught to do. When outnumbered, I hide. Not the bravest move, but it kept the two of us alive. Listen, things that are too important to fall into the hands of the Maulborn. 3 of the merchants I worked for wore the keys on chains around their necks. They were the first to fall when the Maulborn... I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to say. All I can tell you is...
The manifests. Good. This should buy us enough. Good question. Before we strike back, we need to gather our swords. I wish I knew. I think most of them were captured. I saw some of them dragged off toward the...
Did you get the stuff from the yeah. Fact is, I kind of lied to you. Those merchants owed me weeks of back pay, and now they're dead. My family will starve without... I could not risk it. I'm sorry I misled you, but I can't let my children... I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Those Nyx hounds won't take me. Won't make me into a husk. Bled myself with my own blade. What was I saying? Did Scout Marmine send you? I was glad she got away. I've seen what the plague does to a body. I won't let it take me. But if the arcane wardstones that make the Moorborn immune to the plague, a gift from someone called Vox. Sure would be a shame if those Aelits came down with their own plague. How about you smash those wards that are protecting them? I heard them crying out in the darkness. The plague's taken them. They've turned. The wards. Those wards keep the Moorborn from getting infected by their plague. Down into the cave. The same place they...
Good, you're still alive. Scout Marmine told us she sent you to this cave. We have to proceed cautiously. I don't want any more of my soldiers getting infected. Ah! That changes things. We've spotted the plague shipment they planned. Always. A cliff overlooks their loaded wagons, and I've got archers up there. Get to Nariu Virian. Tell her. Good idea. Exactly what we need. On your way, then.
Ready for a fight? Once the archers start shooting, the Moorborn... Archers, to your positions! Once the arrows start flying, they'll be on us in no time. Here they come!
You've doomed us all. Prepare to die.
We did it! All right, back to the cave.
Change of plans. There's crates the Archers destroyed. The plague is spreading quicker than dragon's breath. Can't go that way. Hey, I'm not an alchemist. I can only tell you what Veron told me. That stuff is potent.
I warned that fool Deril not to go on ahead. If he's not a husk yet, he's probably a feast for one. That plague moves like lightning. He took some troops to the southern side of the gorge. He's looking for the Maulborn. Don't need to tell us twice. We'll stay on high ground until the plague dissipates. If you find...
By Aeum! You've run through... We'll consider it a blessing of the Tribunal for now and leave it at that. The Maulborn who haven't fallen to the plague are in retreat. We've just one... We've got Medindral, the alchemist who created the Lodos Plague. That's the spirit. We're right behind you. Remember, we have to find out how the plague was made. Then we can get to work on making a cure. Let's go. On your... The cure. What is that? That's the recipe for the Lodos Plague. We've done it! What's happening?
Let's try a stronger version.
No, not that! Ah!
I told you they're on. Our champion survives.
Where's Dewell? He died valiantly then. Did you learn anything in there that would help? Praise Vivek. With the notes, we can finally craft a cure. The stuff in the crates was extremely potent, but also very short-lived. It came and went. Still, we can't lower our defenses yet. This was just one piece of the Malborn scheme. But for now, the Gorge and Mournhold.
No one lend a hand!
With the death of the alchemist Merdindril, our contract is fulfilled. On to our next assignment. We don't get a lot of downtime. We're always on the job. Someone has to tell Ordinator Kilau what happened here. You appear to be available for the job. I'm sure we'll run into each other again.
Greetings, my good friend. May luck follow you.
They're burning alive in there, and I can't say... The destruction, the loss... The Veriansu, heathen Ashlanders attacked Muth-Na. This is a place of healing and refuge. We're a simple order, using... I gathered as many survivors as I could, but not everyone got out. Those monsters, the Veriansu, are tossing camp. I'm worried about Doril Belvane. Without his spiritual guidance in this time of tragedy, I fear our order will crumble. Still, he insists we must have the Tear of St. Veloth, and he could not bear to stand away while others suffer, so he remains in Muth-Na. Veloth shed the tear after he led the Kaimer from Somerset to Morrowind. The artifact has the power to heal sicknesses. We haven't been able to cure the Lodos plague, but the tear can slow the speed at which the plague ravaged. I don't know. They revere Veloth, call him the Prophet. They hate this plague and probably want the relic for themselves. But they... Violent, unthinking monsters. Without all the time, if you must know. Doril is unique. For...
Quiet, or they'll notice us. I was trying to figure out how to sneak past all these Ashlanders so I could burn their supplies. They killed our father, and me and my brothers vowed That I do. I would really like to see their supplies burn. Are you someone who could get in and out without getting killed? I can even give you a torch. If you do it,
Stresses respect. I see cunning in your eyes. Ela Senar worries too much. I never ran from a battle in my life. The Veriansu. Bah! They fear the Lodos plague. Their solution is to capture our monks and the afflicted alike and toss them in the fire. That's the spirit. If it's quiet to the east, run west, I always say. Just come on.
What a horrible fate. I know that. But Doral isn't the... The medallions focus the power of the tear of St. Veloth. Wear one, and the effects of the plague are slowed. When the ashland... North of Muthna.
Thank you for saving me. I knew Doral would send help.
Thank the Tribunal. It was getting so hot in here.
Praise Vivek. Did Doril send you?
Thank you.
Then we are avenged. Our father is still dead.
Praise Vivek.
Thank the
Did Doril send you?
I need your help. They captured Doril Belvin. They tied him up and threw him into a burning building, and they continue to fan the flames. They consider our work to be... I'm leaving before something better happens to me too.
It's about time you showed up. I was fire. It's the Variansu's answer to everything. To them, it purifies plague victims and blasphemers alike. We can't go, not yet. The Variansu believe we defiled the tear of St. Veloth. They plan to destroy it. Is kept below in the basement. Let's go get it. Gods, I haven't been hit like that since the war. Witch must have put a hex on the... by Veloth's hammer. That's the best news I've heard all day. Listen, the Variansu are never... Yes, Ashkan Ginasa leads these Ashlanders. Meet me on the North Road when you finish.
You die for this.
Is it done? I put the tear. Is it done? I put by the 3. Let's hope the very Ansu go home now. I just pray I haven't made things worse. I left the army to get the blood off my hands, but look how that turned out.
Did you recover any medallions? I hope so. I don't know what I was thinking. That I could just go out there and find... Thank you. Once the relic is safe and the Ashlanders are gone... My darling son's gone off on... Oh no. He was such a good son. What a terrible omelette. It tastes like ash.
The livestock's gone mad, and what does he do? Back into the mine he goes. This isn't turning out well at all. Sorry, I haven't time for pleasantries. This is Deep Crag Den, a Kwama mine. But something's gone wrong. Some kind of fume. My husband, Boro, went back into the mine. What is he thinking? I'm sorry, what did you say? Help? I asked Nelvin and Marolos to gather plants. They might have some, but it wouldn't surprise me if they just ignored me. The workers don't like me very much. Otherwise, check the... Thank you. I really am trying...
They say there are fumes in the mine. As usual, Boral's wife wants someone else to do her work for her. Here, take what I...
I never knew Kwama could be... Praise Vivek. I need to get these potions to the workers as soon as possible. I don't know. How would I know? I don't go into the mine. Why are you asking me? I'm sorry. This is so stressful. He's concerned about the workers. Thinks they're still in the mine. I'm so worried. Boral hasn't raised a sword in years, and the Kwama...
What a terrible way. I hope you drank one of Adrasa's potions. Otherwise this... Here's another tip, free of charge. Keep your weapon handy. I've never... You're going to have to kill a lot of Kwama to get through the tunnels, right? Letting them rot won't help anyone. Why not harvest their cuttle? It's the waxy stuff on...
In all my years, I've never seen... I came back to look for my wife's cousin Renvis and the rest of our missing workers, but I haven't had much luck. Treachery. The mine is filled with open vials spewing noxious fumes. This was no accident. If you do, you'll be the hero of Deep Crag. Seal the vials in the middle and lower chambers. If you run into any miners, give them one of Idrasa's potions. And keep an eye out for cousin Renvis. He's not the...
Quama went crazy. Why did the Quama go crazy? The smoke vials were a joke. She said nobody get hurt. She promised. It was all Idrasa's idea. I knew it was wrong. I promised that if I don't get eaten by Quama, I'll go to the temple in Mournhold and pray. We have to get out of here. I know a shortcut, but there's a big Quama in the way. It went into that tunnel over there. If you poke... I'm sorry. Thanks. I did a stupid thing. Yggdrasil gave me this necklace, so I do it. She said it was a present from Cousin... She said Cousin Boral only cares about the Kwama. She thought that if the mine got closed for a few days, he might take her to Mournhold. Here, take Yggdrasil's necklace. I don't want it anymore. I can get out through the tunnel. Now that I'm getting out of here, no more Kwama mining for me.
Were you able to gather any... What does it matter? The Kwama had to be killed. Is it better that the cuttle go to waste? Why pass up the opportunity to make some... My idea, my profit. Alchemists can't get enough of it, and it's not commonly available. That makes this the perfect situation. I won't apologize for being pragmatic. You fetcher! It was my idea. Fine. I'll give it to Boral. I'm sure he'll pat me on the head for being so loyal and honest. Who needs all those...
You're back. Is everything all right at the mine now? Then you know what I did. I can hear it in your voice. It was foolish and dangerous. It was a gift from Boral. If he sees it, he'll know I was involved. Please. I deserve to be punished, but I don't want to lose Boral.
Sick workers, poison fumes, enraged Kwama. Could anything... Let me see that. This is my wife's amulet. She... Foolish, selfish woman. Workers were hurt. Livestock was killed. I won't tell the... I can't believe she was so selfish and thoughtless. Maybe I'll send her to my mother's netch farm in Stonefalls. She'll hate that even more than Deep Crag.
Thing again.
Foolish, selfish woman. I'm sending you to my mother's netch farm in Stonefalls.
Not your mother's. Not Netch's. Anything but that, dear husband.
Welcome to Mournhold, capital city of the Ebonheart Pact. We track all visitors. Upon arrival, everyone must... Deshaan has become a chaotic, dangerous place. Why shouldn't we instill a degree of order in our most prominent city? A little inconvenient. Speak with Registrar Revel in the city center. Take the stairs up to the central building and you should find...
Welcome.
The Dread Lady described you well. Come and speak with me. Ah, adventurer, this is your lucky day. Where once the Dread Lady sent my pitiful brother to convey her words to you, this time Lyrinth has sent her true prophet, me.
Word of the plague in the west has reached Mournhold. We were told to watch for someone matching your description. It's good to have you in the city. Yes, of course. I have orders from the Tribunal Temple to register you and grant you access to the city immediately. The Sacred Lady, Almalexia, requests that... Yes, I already said that. Weren't you listening? It's a rare honor to receive an audience.
Stranger, maybe. I like to write poetry.
Oh? Would you like...
The right tool.
stopped the raiders on the run. Didn't hurt that their machines turned against them. Raiders attacked our caravan. They had Dwarven machines with them, like spiders. Something went wrong. The spiders suddenly attacked everybody and everything. We capped one of our Dunmer great houses. There's rivalry between the houses, but not open conflict. You're in...
You look like you can handle yourself. You look like you can handle yourself.
What a mess. We were attacked on the way to Narcissus.
I don't want any more of my carriers hurt. But I must recover the manifest and at least part of the cargo.
I'm not getting paid enough for this. Ethis Omalor of House Drez hired us to attack the caravan. He had something to make the machines from the ruins fight alongside us. I don't know. It was like a magic wand, only metal. But the cursed thing blew up and the machines went berserk, attacking everybody. You aren't going to kill me, are you? I don't want to die. Can't you say I cooperated? Drez raiders are going to the entrance of Mizathums to ambush the Lalu guards. If you move fast, you can save them. play. I'm good at this.
You're back! This is very nearly everything. I can't believe it. My employer might even...
When I saw those Dres raiders closing in, I thought we were done for. But you sure sliced a path through them. Maybe you can help me figure out what those fetchers are up to. Ha! That explains why the constructs turned on the raiders. I saw someone in Dres livery enter the ruins. He was fiddling with some kind of relic. I'm not above giving the Dres some payback for the damage they've caused. I need to clean up out here, but I want that Omalor fetcher who ran inside. Feel like...
You there? I could use some help. You there? Did Mayra send you? I discovered this resonating thing on one... Not as much as I'd like, but I think the constructs received their orders from the rod through those resonators. The spheres cannibalize dead spiders for parts. What if we interfered with that process? Exactly. So if you smash any spheres or spiders, take their resonators, you can bring them to me for study. While you're at it,
Excellent. A person who walks instead of rolls. Come on. What? Yes, of course. Wait, blast it. You're with the caravan, aren't you? Look, I know when I'm backed into a corner. I did what I was told. Magistrate Fox gives orders, not reasons. She supplied the rod to control the constructs, but it malfunctioned during the ambush. I ran for it and hid down here. From the sound of it, my raiders got caught between the Hlalu and the spiders. You're going to get me out of here, right? Fine by me. Better them than these walking buzzsaws.
You're back. Did you manage to... Well done. Another menace successfully overcome. I love it when that happens.
I can't believe you brought Omalor out for us. Oh, I'm going to... So, he's under the impression he's been rescued. We'll have to correct that. I appreciate your help.
always say.
Hello there.
Take a look at what I've...
This one has what you need.
How can I help you?
Anything I can do for you?
Selling.
Greetings.
Find this merchandise around.
Yes. Anything I can do for you?
May I help you?
Something I can do for you?
have to wait your turn.
What an amazing...
I erect.
Over here. You have the look of someone who deals in gold. We seek to right an injustice, but we can't do it alone. Until the pact set us free, we were the property of the Volek family. Now the last of the Voleks has come to Mournhold. Help us get revenge for generations of slavery. Find Bettina Volek. Lure her to her family's townhouse. The Volek daughter can be found at the nearby inn. Look for her there. Each of the Voleks has been dealt with, one way or another. Taste the breeze and I had an egg daughter. Eyes that glint. The Voleks worked her to death. Their own daughter must pay for that crime.
The dread... Ah, adventurer, this is your lucky day, where once the Dread Lady sent my pitiful... The Dread Lady requires a mortal's perspective. She finds the situation merely curious, but says it has apocalyptic consequences for our plane of existence. Calm, I suppose. But I have faith in Lyrinth, and she seems to have faith in you. I'll mark the destination on your map. Plus, I secured transportation. The Sweet Daffodil will whisk you directly to the location. Once there, you must get past the creatures that roam the place to find Lyrinth's hidden lair. The pendant will alert you when the time comes to use it. Isn't it obvious? The pendant contains an Epiphany blood ruby. It tingles when it senses residual portal magic. Use it, and it will lead you to Lyrinth's lair. Please, I am nothing like my insipid older brother. Nothing at all. My dim-witted brother claims to be many things. The Dread Lady and I allow him his delusions. Speaking the words of some higher power is the standard definition of a prophet, and there is no higher power. Yes, I am aware of your relationship with my mistress. It may not be as intimate as mine, but she does seem to... Oh, not in any romantic or mortal interpretation of the word. Not even in the way a child is fond of a puppy or... A group of Dagonists, known as the Order of the Waking Flame, has been interfering in my mistress's activities of late. They are... That she is. Although gender isn't what you imagine when it comes to classifying Daedric entities. It took... Sweet Daffodil would never harm a...
I heard the Malborn have spies in the city. Maybe that's what all the fuss is about.
Oh, good, you're awake. Can you talk? I was worried for a moment there. I'm afraid you fell afoul of my self-replenishing wine. The bandits in Fort Greenwalls. Yes, I created it for my alchemical purposes. It replenishes your thirst along with the wine, so you can't stop drinking it. We found you stumbling around outside Fort Green. You know, it's better this way. That poor cat. Some things you just can't unsee. But I digress. Our house call.
Your drunken exploits gave the bards much to work with. I think your battle with the giant will make a fine... I sent the caravan with Dava's wine down a road frequented by bandits, in the hope that...
damn enchanted blade. I'll need to figure out how they were able to use it to trap me. But first, we need to talk. Ah, little mortal. Your timing is impeccable as always. Of course, if you had arrived just a few moments... Must I say it? That the Dremora you know and admire had a lapse in judgment? That she failed to take her surroundings into account when she opened her portal? Very well, little mortal. I erred. The Order of the Waking Flame, to be precise. Fanatics devoted to Mehrunes Dagon. The Daedric... Quite the opposite. The blade carries a unique enchantment I've never encountered before. It paralyzed me. Gave them the time they needed to portal in other... It's what the velvet pouch contains that matters. I'm still attempting to ascertain its purpose, but since the Dagonists want it, it must be important. Why do mortals insist on receiving every detail, no matter how insignificant or profound, before they accomplish the task at hand? Apocalyptic. Mehrunes Dagon is a powerful Daedric prince, ruler of the Deadlands and the so-called god of disaster and revolution. Perhaps, but I have yet to establish a firm link between these activities and those related to the Longhouse Emperor's plots. Regardless, I have every indication that Dagon seeks to unleash destruction upon this plane. Dremora are difficult to kill, and that's doubly true where I'm concerned. Besides, we don't actually die, not as mortals do. Our essence simply returns. The Dagonists went to great lengths to forge a blade capable of trapping a Dremora inside its incapacitated body. I need to study the magic to be sure, but I don't think so. An enchantment of that magnitude is complex and requires a It's gone, isn't it? Search the rest of my lair. Find the cultist I wounded before the blade brought me away. Blow. Surprised he made it this far before collapsing. Search the body and retrieve my stolen item. The mag... Show me what you found. Well, little mortal? Did you recover the item that maggot stole from my coffer? Let me see that. This letter names the maggot I killed. Devastator Rulin. And it meant... Indeed. My relic. When I learned that the cult wanted it, I decided to acquire it before they could. I covered my tracks, but there isn't much to tell. I have yet to determine the relic's purpose or function. I was just... I shall never get used to Nirn's smell. Come, mortal. We have plans to discuss. So much greenery and animal life. How do you mortals stand it? The note you discovered contains the answer. Where umbrage creeps. It can only refer to one place in this... The Dagonists use portal magic. I can smell its residue on the air. Right here. Simply use the pendant and follow the trail of the residual...
she overcome the blade?
Never mind that. Get in, and I'll close the portal.
I don't think so. A simple spell will keep the portal open. Mortal, this way. I expected Dagon's bootlickers to have grander accommodations. I assume this cave serves as a base for the Waking Flame. Not very impressive, truth be told. Come.
We're almost done. Then on to oblivion to see the catalyst in action. Hail Dagon!
Here was a mistake, Liren.
Finally! Search the camp and find my relic. Well done. You found my relic. Give it to me. So this Sister Seldina wants my relic. And she provided directions on how to use it. Interesting. A letter that conveniently lays out the cult's plans, schematics for some strange device, and that this Sister Seldina had the audacity to order the cultists to steal my relic. And she gave them the damn yes, from which they plan to unleash disasters upon your world. I suspect it has something to do with these schematics.
The adventurer approaches.
We got lucky, little mortal. The letter we found indicated that Sister Seldina wanted the portal key brought to her after the cultists recovered it. For whatever reason, yes, and whose corpse now rests before us. He will serve my purpose as well, I think. Questions about the Order of the Waking Flame still linger, little mortal. And the danger posed to your plane of existence hasn't abated. We can still help. Before we make use of the portal key, we must complete our own preparations. Then we can find the cult's base in Oblivion and determine their plans for the Cataclysm. You must acquire the root. The relic opens a portal to Oblivion, most likely the Deadlands. Regardless, we can't just stroll in and expect them to reveal their plans. I'll use those items to create a potion to fool them. It will make you appear to be the corpse lying here. Cluster fume plants grow nearby, southeast in the caves of Camp Bushnikbar. As for the tincture of befuddlement, I believe Orion the alchemist may have one of these. No, it will make you look like the dead cultist when he was still among the living. That's the intent, anyway. I am not much of an alchemist, but I believe I can make this work. Mortal flesh is much more malleable. When I learned the cult sought the relic, I acquired it first.
Fine goods for sale.
Only the finest wares here.
Some people could be so...
The tincture is ready. But are you sure you want to deal with that woman?
That woman is very powerful, and I've enjoyed my discussions with her. What did she call herself? A prophet? So, what brings you to our little outpost, traveler? If you're looking for something specific, I must... Ah, you must be another one of the Dread Lady's followers. I've had a number of pleasant conversations with her prophet, Rogatina, and I even got to meet the Dread Lady once. She mentioned... No disrespect intended, but I was hoping she'd come to pick it up herself. I so looked forward to basking in her glorious presence again.
Just in time, little mortal. Place the root and the tincture in the cauldron. The root you found was a perfect specimen, and the tincture just the right... Of course. Wheels within wheels and all that. After you drink the potion and disguise yourself as a waking flame cultist, I will pretend to be your prisoner. Not only are you returning with the portal key, you're bringing them a gift. Devastator Rulin, the worm who led the craven attack on my lair. He had the good fortune of dying by my hand before his associating... Sister Saldina's letter explained how to align the segments of the portal key. I shall set it... The disguise is perfect. Now, I shall activate the portal key. Your role. I shall do the same. Definitely not known. This is Fargrave. Interesting. We must find the Dagonists and determine what they're doing here. This obscure corner of Oblivion is known only as Fargrave. I wouldn't have expected you to. The inhabitants prefer their privacy. It's a realm without a prince, which gives them a modicum of freedom. And it's a crossroads of sorts. A way station between Once you find your way to Fargrave, the paths through Oblivion become easier to navigate. Daedra and mortals alike can be found here, engaging in trade on a planar level. I begin with no prince. The accords that make it harder for other realms to connect to Nirn do not apply. Once they learn the way, with relics such as the portal key, the waking flame can move through Fargrave with impunity. Not for any reason that won't give you nightmares, little mortal. Now, let's find the cultists so you can present your prisoner. Then we shall learn...
Devastator Rulin? Is that you? We fear the Dremora killed you. Is that Lyranth the Dremora? I'm impressed, Devastator. I didn't imagine your mission... Indeed. And the Fargrave Cataclysm could use a new Daedric entity. For the next test, of course. I'll let you present her to Sister Saldina right through that door. I'm sure Sister Saldina will want to hear all about your...
So, the mortal returns from its mission, and it brings a prisoner. How unexpected. And I assumed Does Sister Saldina not teach her Devastators anything of import? Volkina's Nakvraz is a favorite of Lord Dagon, sent here to ensure Saldina doesn't mangle the Cataclysm project. Such endeavors are too vital to leave completely in... You're a mortal, but do you have to be so naive? Sister Saldina has her place, and she will keep it for as long as she proves.
After the failure at the Dread Cellar, your Fargrave captain...
Devastator, you honor me. How can a lowly acolyte serve you? The Cataclysm initiative proceeds apace. Sister Saldina continues to make adjustments and improvements with every version of the device. I understand we're about to witness a new... Is this some sort of test, Devastator? The Cataclysm is our great work, our role in the larger purpose of the Order of the Waking Flame.
Devastator Rulin, you've returned. And with a prize, I see. Impressive. We thought for sure that the Dremora got the better of you and your team. I'm almost glad to see we were wrong. Our forces are in place. Soon, Fargrave will belong to the Waking Flame. We will be able to operate openly and without concern. And sister... Ally, yes. Friend, not so sure.
Devastator Rulin. I assume the blade did its job? Of course it did. How else could you capture Lyranth the Dremora? She has been a thorn. A remarkable achievement, Devastator. And fortunate as well. We're about to perform another test with the Fargrave Cataclysm. And not... I hope that's not skepticism or sarcasm I hear in your voice, Devastator. I get enough of that from Nokvraz. Despite the setback at the Dreads, did your Doombringer tell you nothing? The Cataclysm enhances Daedra, transforms them into incarnates of disasters. First, we take Worthy. It is brilliant. Sentries, take... The Order, I award you with the privilege of activating the Fargrave Cataclysm. Touch the rune and witness the transformative power of the Cataclysm. Will turn Lyranth into disaster incarnate.
Do what you must, Flea. Lyranth is ready. I have seen enough. I will be free.
Duke of Fire, destroy them!
Shut it down! We must preserve the Cataclysm!
Deal with the Havoc, mortal. I'll open a portal back to Lyranth.
Laughable mortals! You have no power here! Be destroyed for your audacity!
Now, little mortal, flee! Before more cultists arrive.
Mistress, you're injured.
Nonsense. Merely a scratch. You did well, little mortal. Sister Saldina and her cultists never suspected a That was never going to happen. My bonds were illusory, and it was a simple enough task to free myself once you activated the Cataclysm. I observed. We learned that Sister Saldina's faction of the cult has a base in Fargrave, and they plan to conquer that obscure. The power surging through the device carries the tinge of Mehrunes Dagon. It seems it is designed to imbue a Daedra with the energy of a single disaster. Perhaps. Noctvraz seemed to think so. I bought us time to consider, to plan. Sister Saldina can make more such devices, and you don't have to. Just know that the cult plans to unleash destruction on your world. Now, I must contemplate. The device. So many avenues to ponder. Sister Saldina and the Waking Flame. The Cataclysts. Valkanaz Noctvraz. No, never met him before, but I've heard of him. One of Dagon's fiercest generals. A soldier in his ongoing quest to satisfy his insatiable hunger for destruction. It appears he was ordered to work with like being in the eye of a storm. A deluge of raging infernos, because that is where Sister Saldina is. The cult has ambitious plans.
Rub it in, why don't you?
I don't think we've met, comrade. I handle all special contracts involving the Worm Cult.
The Bankerai chapter sent a troubling report. An Imperial Legion has wreaked havoc in their region. The chapter suspects...
The Ordinators must be vigilant in our pursuit of preserving the peace for the Tribunal. Sadly, we can't be everywhere at once. So the rumors are true. Do Mark take them?
Good to see you again, comrade. Yes, we called in several favors to do it, but we've cracked her code. In service to her Dark Master. We're not sure, but it seems to have something to do with that Mortum Vivicus her notes mentioned. Mizenelt is far from here, but I've prepared a portal that will carry us across Tamriel. What do you say, comrade?
Greetings. Have you heard of the one? No, I suppose not. My family's been involved in things I'm not proud of. I'm here to reclaim my family home. It's been sealed since my father died. When we fled the city, my family kept Argonian slaves. They worked our salt rice plantation and were the source of our wealth. And the cause of a shadow hangs over my family. My mother returned last year to claim our property. I never saw her again. She was murdered. I'm sure of it. Now, I think someone is following me. Ah, Sarkir and Tastes the Breeze. They want to kill me as they killed my mother and father. The house... Thanks for meeting me here. It's time to face the past. It's a shame the lizards suffered under my parents.
Die, Volek, for eyes that glint.
I suppose I must now see to the farm. It won't ever... Now I guess I'll see about restoring my family's fortune. Eventually, this unnatural pact will fall apart, and we can return to farming the old-fashioned...
I've been waiting for this my entire...
Oh, this is so... Tell me, how did your invitation arrive? In the claws of a bird of prey? What do you mean, what do I mean? Your invitation to attend Shadastula, of course. We're waiting to depart for Shadastula, the Academy of Magic. The Academy sends invitations to only the most promising mages. It's not that simple. You have to be invited. No invitation, no boat ride to the island. All of us waiting for the boat have invitations, but I doubt you'll find anyone willing to hand one over to you. It's a big honor to be invited. Anyone willing to toss that away isn't really Academy. Well, Girvarda doesn't seem very thrilled about going to the Academy, and Rennis and Guru...
You must be invited to enter the Shadastula Academy of Magic. It's not that simple. Candidates are carefully selected after months of observation, unless... There, you see? You've pre-qualified by wealth. This invitation has your name on it. Or...
Must I repeat myself? This vessel is... Because the Academy couldn't find... Must I repeat myself? Yes, yes, you're something special.
I hate boats. All the rocking and back and forth and back and... By the 3, I think I'm going to be sick again.
I told you you shouldn't have eaten right before.
Welcome to Shadastula, proud training ground for the next generation of House and... Ah, yes! The Archmage asked me... No need to be worried. The Archmage has visions about people all the time. My pleasure. The Academy trains promising magic users to become great scholars, charismatic leaders. What a silly question, of course not. The Mages Guild has too many...
Let me tell you about the Academy. Members of all the great houses are welcome here, even House Dread.
I expect my students to strive for excellence. I demand... Do not doubt what was meant to be. Powers beyond our comprehension set things in motion, and all that part of the vision remains clouded. Nonetheless, here you are, and we must get ready. I need to confirm. Touch the vision orb behind me. Watch the pattern play out. Simply repeat the order by... Your sensitivity is impressive. I knew you could do it. Well done. Now to business. You've seen it. War and disease ravage our lands. We're surrounded by enemies, yet still we tear at each. We will figure that out together. Though the invitation didn't start out in your hands, that's where it ended up. You were meant to be here. Now I must find a way to comprehend what monumental task you've been sent here to accomplish. Until my visions reveal your ultimate... 3 students arrived with you. The Dunmeri Lena and Tedros, and the Nord, Hadmar. Before you arrived, my visions revealed those 3 to me. They are to play an important part in future events directly related to the success of the Pact.
What rubbish! Fish magic from a pond? They vex buttocks. What is that? I'm not helpless, you know. I can do this. Ugh, never mind, I give up. I'm not getting sent home over some stupid fish that doesn't exist. Well, you can either fill this pond with fish so I can actually catch one, or figure out what these orbs do. They gave me a book, but it just contained some stupid riddle. They threw it on that table over there. What am I, a child? I'm going to be a commander in a house army, or maybe an advisor. What is that thing?
Find the amulet, she said. Use the wand, she said. What if it sets things off? Oh, you know I'd never burn anything, right? It's just a figure of speech. I can't fail my initiation test. I couldn't. An instructor said one of these shadow clerks has a magic amulet. Ate it, probably. I'm supposed to use this wand. Actually, I'm afraid to find out. You don't. I suppose you take this wand and, you know... All those feathers. Don't worry about it. It was hilarious.
Let me tell you about the academy.
asked me to do one simple thing. Bring student rats back to instruction hall. My spell went wrong. The instructor said to round up the little ones, bring them back safe, and we'll get them fixed. Hadmar is scared of heights. Oh, why did little rat climb so high? I crafted a totem. Makes a helper. You would be helper? Oh, thank you. Face big rock in front of Hadmar. Activate totem, then... Little rat is safe. Now Hadmar won't get beaten with...
There you are. I feared you'd been kidnapped by So I heard. Well done. Here, take... While you assisted my students, I had another vision. I see that your fate is fundamentally tied to the Chaosbringer, Magistrix Vox. Alas, I've seen nothing beyond the Chaosbringer's name. Something interferes with my forevision, blocking my efforts at every... We must take appropriate measures. I'll gather the students and make sure the grounds are secure. I'd like you to use the trapdoor to invest.
Ah, the lane. You walked right into my trap. Wait, who are you? Another student? Another new Malborn soldier?
Oh good, you're finally awake. You were unconscious for hours. At least it seemed like hours. How do you feel? I was worried. Shadowstulla's been overrun. The last of the Malborn from the looks of it. They must need more soldiers. And they're getting them. They cast some kind of spell to enslave the... That's what it looks like. That spell didn't work on us. Don't know why. We carried out the Archmage's orders, but then the Malborn caught us and threw us in here with you. When the trouble started, he gave us some arcane items and told us to find places to hide them. Then he went off on some mission of his own. I'm glad you're awake. Can you... Whatever you plan on doing, you have my...
This is terrible. The Academy's in danger. The Archmage is missing, and The Malborn General himself. One of the senior students recognized him. Said he was Darvason. Used to be the Archmage's assistant. Who knows? He muttered something about looking for Hadmar and a familiar. What do you think the Malborn want us? I was afraid to. There are guards out there. Maybe...
Ah! Leave me alone! Don't touch me!
What was that?
Back away from gate. Coming through. Master send me to make sure you safe. I open porthole and we go find Big Lord. Name Hatmir. or hat meat. I forget. They stay here. Master says he doesn't want them to be dead yet. I get them when time comes. Time to go. I come back for other two later.
Hadmar's glad to see you. Archmage said you'd... Hadmar isn't sure. One moment I was walking to instruction hall, next moment, boom! Hadmar knocked on backside. Woke up in here. Yes, he told me to set up my totem near big rock outside. Lena hid her lockbox high up on top of rock. Just outside, you use totem to reach the lockbox.
But that does not seem to stop.
Wait, where am I? Why are we up so high? The lockbox, right. The Archmage tinkered with my wand and told me to hide it up here. That was just before Darvason tossed me in that cell. He said we'd need the wand, but he didn't say why. Wait, I know. The Molborn have occupied the library vaults and sealed the door. And what makes the best spell of unlocking? You can use my wand to scorch the scamps. And illusion dust is the residue of illusory monsters. With enough of each, we can prepare a spell to get us through to Darvason. We'll need Tedris, though. That spell...
Let
about time you summoned me. You heard correctly. If I had the right ingredients, that is. But getting them will be tricky. Illusion dust and burnt scamp hide. Perfect. Just give me a moment and...
Said you would come. Now you die. And I will with my
Hurry! You must destroy the jagged lens!
You're awake. Oh, You shattered the jagged lens and broke the spell. The few Molborn who were left were totally outnumbered and they ran for it. Safe as gore apple pie, thanks to you. And you weren't even supposed to be here. I heard how you got your... Don't give me that look. I was worried about...
Good to see you up and around. I knew you'd be fine, but Lino, unfortunately, yes. That's how he knew about the jagged lens. In fact, I found him experimenting. It was a relic from the migration from Somerset, still in its original site in the underground temple. Tamper with it? Remove it? Unthinkable! Yes, though we lost a few students and instructors in the fight. The fact that the lens was buried below the library vaults was one of our greatest secrets. Quite so. They're running out of loyal troops. When Darvason told them about the lens, for you, here, yes. But I don't need a vision to know that you still have unfinished business out there. The students you helped want to speak to you. They're waiting.
I wasn't going to let you go away without saying goodbye. I know, you have things to do. Important things. We wanted to give you something. It's not much, but maybe it will help you. Don't be silly. Ah, here it is. Take my wand. It works better for you anyway.
If you want to return to Mournhold, just let...
About time you showed up. I was going crazy waiting out here. No, I just enjoy hanging around the temple. I love all the gnashing of teeth and hypocrisy. Yes, I was waiting for you. The Maulborn are in the city. I saw what they did in Narcissus, and I don't want to see the same thing happen in Mournhold. I'm not supposed to care, but I guess I'm getting... Wait, you got a date with the Sacred Lady? You really are something. Look, tell her about the Maulborn. Maybe she'll let you look into this. I normally wouldn't think of using her, but this is important. And I'll see if I can find out where the Maulborn are hiding. I'll meet you at the Flaming Nix, the corner club southeast of here. Oh, and listen, don't breathe a word about me to Ormalek.
Welcome to Mournhold, my child. Your name is known to the tribe. You have helped my people, and through your actions you have aided me. I sense that your accomplishments thus far, nonsense. I take pleasure in rewarding those who serve my will. May this lantern provide you light. I sense that there is more to your story, but I won't pry. I trust your instincts and your judgment in these matters. Consider yourself blessed with my authority. Do you always question a gift from a god? But I am in a generous mood. Walk in wisdom.
Hurry to the Cloudy Dregs Inn.
I erect this.
The right tool. The right tool for the right job.